last time, what I did is I took this finished high-res model and I started the preparation to be able to bring it into Arnold, well, to bring it into Substance for the textures, and then Arnold for the rendering. So yeah, what we're gonna do today is I'm thinking, well, not I'm thinking, but we're going to need to put some UVs on this character, and then I'm gonna start placing all the meshes together. So last time I kind of like split the model into many parts. For example, everything that's armor, everything that's cloth, everything that's leather. So for example, if I load the armor once again, kind of give you a bit of context. Alright, so yeah, so I have the high res of everything that is armor, or almost everything, right? And I made a decimation that this is going to be the actual low mesh of the character. Just so that we can actually apply some texture on it and whatnot. Well, UVs, then texture, then Arnold rendering. So yeah, everything was split like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually bring everything in Rizom and apply some UVs on him, and then yeah, as simple as that. Also, we're gonna bring them in Max. For people that use Maya, just bring them in Maya. It's basically like going to be the same like workflow. Like, did I lose focus? Come on, look at me. That's not... Anyways, whatever. We're not here to look at me, but good focus is always a good thing. Hey, come on. Look at this guy. Look at this guy over here. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna let it figure itself out because it's kind of annoying. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna import everything in Max here, and one thing that I'm going to do, just as a reference of Texel ratio, is I'm going to open. Actually, I'm going to merge in that scene something from a previous project. So we're gonna import death. Oink. All right, this one, and I guess just the head and torso part. I think it was cape, cloth, middle armor. There you go, those three. Alright, so you see the scale is pretty small of the object, the way that like I'm working with the scale in ZBrush. It's pretty small, but it's still workable. Alright. So I'm actually going to save. I'm going to right away save into my own file. Frog render. Then I'm going to create a new folder called LP for. Here we go. So just I guess frog, whatever. Alright, so from there I'm going to load, so all of these like low mesh, I exported them already in OBG, and we're gonna import them in Rizom. So I'm gonna say load, and I'm going to go, boom, go get this. All the bakes. Let's start by the skin, like skin LP. So this is basically going to be a mesh without UVs. Man, that zoom on the camera is really bugging me out. Is it because the lens is dirty? Not really. Let me try something. Actually, let me play with that once that I've started the process for the UVs. Okay, so for the UVs, it's going to be pretty simple. It's going to be always the same thing we're going to do. We're going to put this in 4096. We're going to bring this back to 8. We're going to choose this peeling. We're going to enable here, and we're going to try, let's say, for 6 UDMs. And then we're going to ask them to cut, unwrap, and pack. There we go. And yeah. There you go. Focus fixed. Perfect. So yeah, so this process can be a bit long. A little tip: when it reaches 10%, sometimes it's never going to go higher than 10%, but it always gets stuck at 10%. So you see right now it goes higher than 10%. It means that the mesh is not dense enough for this program to not be, this software to not be able to complete the task. So it's good. Wow, that was super fast. Did I do something wrong? That was extremely fast. I'm gonna double check something over here. That was it. That's what I needed to do. Okay. In case, by the way, in case you wanna see a tutorial that talks about this, but like shorter, go visit the links under here, either the Chaos Masons link or Marco's link, and go on the Chaos Mason store or our Gumroad and check in the tutorials. We have a tutorial called Mother, and it actually explains this exact process I'm showing right now. Archer, hey, how's it going? So, what we have here is the UVs cut. You see the cuts are kind of like weird, but this is not going to affect us. Don't worry about it. And they're all like spread like this. So basically, this, we could start with this. Let's save as, and let's save as an FBX. Actually, do I save as an FBX? This process is still like new to me, and I don't remember like every little detail, so I'll actually go and check. Of course, I did not save that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's FBX. So yeah, we're gonna save LP, and we're gonna call it LPUV. Which basically just means, hey, it's the LP, the low poly, but I also made the UVs. Alright. So this scene here is probably not going to be useful anymore. I'm just going to close my ZBrush and reopen it in case I need to. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to import this first piece just as a test. Just make sure everything is fine. Bake, skin, LPUV, boom. Alright. Yeah, import nothing, just a mesh, so let's go. So there you go. Alright. So you see it's like basically the same scale as this guy. Like this is the scale I get in the in ZBrush, well, because of my settings of ZBrush, I should say. And what I want to see is I want to check the texel ratio. So I'm just going to grab, I'm going to create a new material here. No, it's not. Which material is it again? It's not PBR. Just a standard. Like it could be pretty much like standard surface. Yeah, whatever. Let's ignore this. Let's go grab a texture. Well, you know what? I guess I can just drag and drop my texture in there. Okay. Let's get a bitmap. No, it's a... There you go, texture tool. Alright. Let's tile it for like, I don't know, 5 by 5. So if we apply this material... Alright. So now we can see the texel ratio. Let's drop the specularity because it's kind of in the way. Are you kidding me? It's not applying it in the viewport. It is, okay, whatever. You know what? We're gonna leave it there. I don't care. Okay, well there you go. Now it's updated. And so if I apply this here, now we can see the texel ratio. So basically, this texel ratio here on the head is something that I tested, and it gives me a pretty good resolution. Gives me a pretty good resolution for the kind of renders that I do, which are renders where, like, I don't go super like close on the head, but I still do a little bit, and it kind of like works well. Like, I'm gonna give you an example of the results so you can see by yourself. Okay, so here is kind of like it's a demonstration of like the kind of render that I get from Arnold, which is something that I'm satisfied with that. I think that looks cool. And this is, like, for example, this is 100% of the zoom on the image, and the quality of the pixel is fine, and I don't feel like I need to go like closer to see like all the details and such. I made one image that's a bit closer, like this one. See, this one is starting to be a little bit too close for my taste. A little bit too close, but still works well. It's just to say that like this texel resolution will give me like this amount of resolution, which is fine. Have I ever tried Claris renderer? No, I don't. I did not. So what I'm trying to say by that is, like, I don't think that I need 6 UDIM for that, because I just want to get like to this amount of resolution, and I'm going to be pretty happy with the quality. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm actually going to, well, let's calculate first. So judging by the difference of scale between the squares, I feel that I can probably go half and get like a good resolution. So let's try to do this. Let's go in here and go 3 UDMs and click this time, click here, just so that he does the repacking, because I don't need him to do like the cutting and everything, whatever. So just take like what I have and repack it, and this is what we have in 3 maps of 4K. So let's save as LPUV2, save. Wait, did I save in the right? Yeah, FBX, okay. Alright, and let's delete this. Import our skin LP2. Apply the texture on him. And if we compare the size, we're still like pretty high. Is it going to bother me that the resolution's that high? Let's make one final test. It's so quick, so like let's go at 2 UDMs. Save. Let's put this a little bit on the left, import. Let's try again at 3. Alright, and now we are pretty much equal in terms of resolution for my benchmark and this guy over here. So yeah, like I think I'm gonna be alright. I don't think I'm gonna do like any zooms that are going to be like closer than this one here. And this one you can kind of see that the resolution is lacking, but you see I never present this image this close. Like when I present the image at the end, I always like resize it a little bit so it actually like sharpens also at the same time. So basically, yeah, I think that this resolution is going to be fine. Just fine, just fine. Or I could go crazy and take this one. There's certainly going to be less asset on this character than on Death. So I could actually kind of like try for just a little bit more resolution. Yeah, I think I'm gonna indulge. So let's get this mesh back to the 0.0. This one here as well. And you see that like the resolution is not the same everywhere. Like for the head I put a little bit more than on the body. I'm probably gonna do something a bit similar with the frog character, maybe. We'll see. So I guess I'll hide what I don't need, and I'll start renaming my things already so I can actually track them. So frog, skin, boom. There we go. Alright, let's save this. So now there's going to be a lot of like rinse and repeat for sure. So let's load a new mesh. Let's go and load, let's go reverse order. So we did the skin, let's do the ropes now. So yeah, this like Arnold thing is pretty cool because like I get to do a lot of cool things. I can do like videos, like set video scenes. Thanks for the follow, by the way. So you see like that that video was done with Arnold renderer. It takes a lot of time to render a turntable for sure. There's a lot of frames in there, but it's worth it. It's super fun to look at. I love to do turntables like this. It's basically pretty much like using 3D as a medium So creating videos is a bit more interesting than just a still image. Hey, Manny, thanks for the sub. That's pretty cool. Manny 3D, thanks a lot. Alright, so like I said, rinse and repeat a lot. 4K, 8 here. These are already set up. The little sphere here. Click enable here for the stretch, and then for the UDIMs, I think that probably 2 is going to be enough. There's even less surface to cover. The only thing now I hope is that it's not going to make like long stretches. I hope it's going to be smart enough to cut them and pack them. So let's see. The only problem that I have with Rizom is with like meshes that are very long. So let's see what it will do. So it's like stalling at 10%. Like it has a little bit more difficulty to figure out this mesh here, which I don't judge him. It's like a lot of like spiny little things. Hey Marco, why work in such a small scene scale? Does it matter when you render? Well, before I render, I'm gonna scale it up. It's just that it's the native size of my like all my base mesh in ZBrush. They're basically set to like a certain scale in ZBrush that looks that is like easy to work with. And in Max it looks weird when I import, but for like working with it and even for exporting in Substance, it's not gonna affect me. But once I'm going to want to render in Max, since there's some things in Max that are using like a certain like scale to render, I think like the SSS does that. Well, I'll probably want to scale it up. Well, actually, no, I'm going to scale it up to like a more standard size for Max. So you can see this one is having a lot of difficulty because it's still just at 10%. Hello, Deviant Thermite. Deviant Hermit. Sorry. What's up? Just doing some UVs. Some sweet UVs. And it is not going fast at all. I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, actually. I have, like... If for people that have been following me on the any social medias or whatever, you've probably seen that I've been teasing the release of the Four Horsemen finally. So we are like I'm in a collaboration with XM Studios, and we're basically releasing the pre-orders for War, and it's going to happen like this weekend. So. For anybody that's been waiting, we're finally releasing the pre-orders. I am super excited. We're gonna release a website to talk about the lore of Neo Apocalypse, a bit of the characters. There's gonna be links like pointing at the sale platform to buy the to pre-order War. I'm super excited. I saw the statues in person 2 weeks ago or something, and they are really cool. Xm Studios, they are in Singapore. Yep. And yeah, I've seen the statues in person, and they look like really great. I'm super happy they were really able to take the take the quality of like the model, because I've put like a lot of time and energy, right? And they were really able to translate it into a statue and paint it and everything. It's so cool. It's so fucking cool. Like I cannot wait to get my own copy. I'm really proud of this. Thank goodness. Hopefully the pre-order for Death comes shortly after. Well, Death is the last horseman to come, so it's gonna be later. We're releasing them in the order of the whole story of the horseman. At least the vintage story, if I can say. At first came war. Alright, this is taking a buttload of time. Hey, thanks for the follow. Does Rizom UV is great. I've always used Maya, but I'm wondering if there is a big difference between those two. Well, pretty much everybody that I know that use Rizom prefer Rizom, actually, over everything else. Like right now, it's not really a good example for people that saw just a few minutes ago the I did the skin parts of the character, and it actually did it in a few seconds. But this one is a lot of like long meshes, so I think it actually has a bit of like difficulty to really complete the job. But you see it's working. You see like right beside the 10%, you see everything that is going through. So I know that it's not like stalling or anything. It's just really having a hard time going through everything. We're at 6 minutes right now of doing the UVs, so it's just a matter of pushing through it. Pushing through it. I'm learning Max now after being a Maya user. Oh yeah, I actually did a bit more of the opposite. I've learned Max at the beginning, and I've because of Chaos Masons, I've had to actually learn Maya afterwards. I'm not really good with Maya though. Personally, I'm really more adept with Max, but I mean both of them are pretty fine to me. I don't understand why there's even like two software. Yeah, yeah, that's what everybody says about Rizom. What Archer's saying. Like I said, right now it's a super bad example because it's such a complex mesh. I'm even wondering if I uploaded the right one. No, I did. Rope.lp is the right one. Alright. I guess I'm gonna start talking about something else. So there's something that we need to do on this mesh before exporting it for bake, and it's like smoothing its surface. Because right now, if you look at the surface, it's like basically like everything is a hard surface. And what I'm going to do, normally I do it at the end on every mesh at the same time, but might as well just show you that since we're waiting. I apply a weighted normal modifier. Bonk. All right. Weighted normal, and I'm going to apply it smooth by angle at 100%. Well, it's not percent, that's 100 of a angle. And basically it kind of like just like smooths like everything to this degree, and with some tests, pretty much like we figured out that it was what gave us the best quality overall. Even like when you have a hard surface model, so you have this, and then you can just say convert to editable mesh to make sure it stays a editable mesh and it doesn't become a editable poly. And basically, this like mesh would be ready to bake, but we're gonna wait to have the entire model to import in Max. Something I can do also is I can assign it its own material, name the material, skin, there we go, and give it a color just to be able to differentiate it from the rest, I guess. Let's give it a little green hue. There we go. So this process will be repeated on every model once I have them in Max. So there we go. You see, 40%. So it figured out how to cut it. It just took a bit of time. 10 minutes is a bit long. Normally it's much faster than that, but this is a complex mesh. Yeah, no, I strongly recommend Rizom, and I'm not even sponsored. Yeah, that's for you, Rizom. That's a freebie from Marco. Yeah. 59%. We're good. We're good. We're advancing. %. All right. So, and now I'm really hoping that it's not going to give me like super stretched result. I'd rather it gives me a lot of micro pieces, small pieces, which I think that's what it's going to do. And like I said, I don't care that it's like if there's like UVs that are really visible, because in the technique that I'm going to be using with the software I'm going to be using, it's just completely seamless, or like 99.99999% of the time it's seamless. And in Substance we're going to work with triplanar projection, so who cares about the UV seams? Well, like I said, like sometimes like there you don't like you have to go around the seams, but like I said, it's really rare. It's really rare. Plus most of the new shaders for Substance are pretty good, honestly, with like the mask editors are very good with working around when there's seams. But like an object like this for the ropes, it's going to be just a bunch of noise anyway, so yeah. But no, I'm wondering this mesh is a pretty unusual one, so that one we'll need to test for sure and see what it's going to give us. Yeah, Rizom feels like it's really underground. First, like, it's one of the best software I find, but yeah. So yeah, you see, it's many small parts. All right. Yeah, it's taking time to pack anyway. And that's a pain in the ass. That's probably going to be the mesh that's the most pain in the ass of the entire model, I think. Man, that's a pain in the ass. My god. Come on. Oh my god, it's still not done. Fudge. Okay, whatever, I'll just do a bit of talking over. So yeah, there's a game that came out like last week or something. Gotham Knights from Warner Brother Games, and Chaos Mason worked on this game. We can finally talk about it. We'll be able to show what we worked on in some time. But yeah, we worked on like so many characters in that game, and I played the game. First of all, I don't understand why people are not liking the game. I think it's a pretty good game. But the characters, I'm really proud of them. I'm very proud of the suits and everything, and like we did like a shit ton of work. So we're really looking forward to show all the work we've done. And yeah, I've played the game. I really liked it. I always liked the Batman games, so I really enjoyed myself. And it's been a while that I played a game. I mean, last game that I played was Elden Ring. When you get some characters at Chaos, do you do the entire character or just some specific parts, like just the topology or just the UVs? No, we do the full characters. Like sometimes we do even the concepts, and sometimes we get a concept and we do the character until it's like textured, or sometimes even in the engine. Alright, so there you go, it's packed. I really hope I'm not going to have to repack this, because this was a ultra pain in the ass. Okay, so let's call it an FBX, rope LP, UV, boom. Let's import it here. Okay, let's check the textile ratio on that. Oof, it's hard to say because there's not a lot of like visible squares because it's all stretched. Oh my. But you know, just judging by it, it doesn't feel like it has enough resolution. Oh my god, are we gonna need to repack this bullshit? I might actually repack it like later, because this is atrocious. I might even try to bake it and see if it's actually usable, because I don't want to. Ugh. But yeah, it doesn't seem that it has really enough resolution, unfortunately. Well, at least the cutting is done. At least the cutting part is done, so we'll just need to repack if we need. So let's go forward. Yeah, let's move forward, because this was excruciating. So after we have the rope, we have the leather. Leather. But yeah, Gotham Knight was pretty cool. We did a lot of the main characters, so we're pretty proud of that. Like as a manager of a company, I don't get to actually have a lot of time to work on the model myself. Like I mostly do like managing and polishing the characters and whatnot, art direction. But I was able to do a few characters myself on this one, so that was pretty cool. Like Red Hood, the main costume for Red Hood, it's me that did it, and I'm super happy of the results. It comes out like really well in the game. Isn't it possible to do some kind of procedural texture just for the rope directly in Max? Well, I mean, I sculpted a lot of like the fibers on the rope already, so I want to get them. So now I'm going to be using UVs. But I see what you mean. So you see, this one I don't think it's going to get stuck at 100%. At 100%, sorry, at 10% for a long time. At least not as long as the ropes, because the surfaces are not like so intricate and bent and everything. It's a lot of like flat surfaces. Yes, there's like details on them, but I think that like the parameters for the angles and everything are going to be okay. In the last video you saw how I actually went and deleted like parts of the mesh that we don't see, so it saves on the UVs and everything, so like that helps for sure. But yeah, that part here is like last stream we were talking about like how waiting for decimation takes a lot of time and it's tedious, but this part is the worst, and I would not imagine if it was with something else than Rizom. Rizom is the like only software that was actually like allowing us to work this way. So yeah. So yep, that's the reason why I wrote that it's going to be another just chatting kind of episode, because there's going to be a lot of that thing. I don't know if anybody has a question that they want to ask, because like last time, this is the good episode. It's the right episode to ask questions. How much do you guess is spent waiting while doing a character? Well, on the entire process of like from the concept to the high res to rotopo and texture and rendering. Let's say, okay, no, let's not count the rendering, because rendering is like pretty much just waiting. But the rest is not that much waiting actually. This is really the part. This and the decimation from before is really the waiting parts. But you see, we're already at 44%. It's kind of like unblocked from 10%. So like the rest is going to go well. So you see it's not as long as the ropes. Longer than the skin though. Do the UVs by hand is on in this guy would be, if no possible, something do go crazy for real. Sorry, do the UVs by hand in this guy would be, if no possible, something do go crazy for real. I'm sorry, actually, I don't understand your question. If you're asking if like I would dare to do the UVs by hand, not really. I don't care for doing the UVs by hand. Waiting for renders, render bumps the numbers up to like 60%. Oh yeah, believe me. I mean, just to do like the turntable that I showed you earlier. Let's play it again. actually, you know what? Let's play another one. Like to do this guy over here. It took me oh god, I think like 100 hours of rendering, something like that. Like each frames were like 15 minutes, so like all those frames added up, like it was super long. It was so long. Is 3ds Max actually used in game industry? Yeah, absolutely. I've seen a couple of studios that are using it. I think Maya is a bit more popular, but yeah, no, it's used. I really hope that someday it's going to be like Blender that people are gonna use. And I'm saying that just because I find the prices of Autodesk absolutely ridiculous. And this is how you get sponsorship from Autodesk. Any chance we'll get any info on the 4th Archangel? I'm not doing the 4th Archangel. I'm doing a Trinity for the Archangels. There's actually a 4th Angel that I was considering, but I've been actually thinking of, like, story-wise, there's like a reason for me also to just have like 3 Archangels. And yeah, it's yeah, there's going to be something in the story at some point. I don't really want to talk about it too much. Don't want to spoil anything, but like I have a few ideas, and having an Archangel missing kind of like fits in my ideas. Autodesk should do something about the prices. For a freelance artist, it's almost impossible to deal with that price. No, absolutely, yeah. It's stupid. Yeah, I forgot to put the UDIMs for this one, so I have to try it again. So I've put 3, the same as for the skin, but there's more surface on these meshes, so I'm thinking that maybe we're gonna need to boost it to 4, but this could be fine, so let's try it. Save as, letter HP, UVs, and in FBX. Now let's import it here. A lot of rinse and repeat. I'm having a blast. This is not boring at all. Alright, what's the resolution? So you see it's bigger than the skin. Here it's kind of like visibly bigger than the skin. I think we're going to need to put it at 4, so it's just a little bit more equal. It's not in an area that's really going to be zoomed in, though. It's like the arms and legs. So there could be an argument that, like, since it's not around the face area, there won't be a lot of zoom with this. But I don't think it's going to cost much to just like bring the UDIMs to 4. I mean, the whole process creates like huge files, and it takes a lot of like data space. But that's pretty much the only like I'd say, down point to it, I'd say. Damn UV time. Mo, thank you for joining me on this incredible journey together of unwrapping UVs with Rizom. I need your emotional support. Alright, come on, come on. We just need to... But you see, like, when the meshes are not, like, super complex, like the ropes, it's like, it's not that bad. I mean, doing UVs by hand, like, it would take like an incredible amount of time. So yes, there's, like, a boring waiting period, but in the overall, the benefits are common, wow. I just started speaking French for a second. The benefits are like pretty good, I find. Sending packing energy, receiving packing energy. Thank you, bud. Sending hugs and some Pepsi to drink. Hey, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind actually. Alright, so let's delete this right now. Import. And you know what? I'm gonna go crazy, guys. I'm actually going to start UVing the next piece because I know that this is going to be fine. So let's load leather 1. And I'm gonna do my little things in max while the other mesh is unwrapping. So to not waste too much time. Alright, there you go. So rinse and repeat. 4K. Oops, 8. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. UDIMs. Let's go to 4 from the get-go. Unwrap. And while it's doing this, let's go here. Like, to find it more easily, you can just like also do a search by FBX. Open leather 2, UVs 2. Get in there. Boom, and you see like now the resolution is like pretty equal to the skin. Very good. Ooh, this part is actually super high. But I was looking mainly at the gloves. Alright. Let's save this. Let's go in here. So you see 10%. Boom, there we go. Rizom is somewhat of a lifesaver. Yeah, it is. It is, for sure. To be honest, I've never used it on a an actual low mesh that's like done by hand and all logical and optimized. But like everybody's telling me that it's like saving their lives, especially with the packing and everything. The packing part is like molto bene. Did you watch House of the Dragon from HBO? I actually did not, and the reason is because I kind of like got bored of Game of Thrones, like at season 6 or something, and like there's so many shows I have to watch, and this is not like really high on my list. I think I would watch Lord of the Rings before House of the Dragon. Like I heard better critiques for House of the Dragon, but I just don't really like the pacing and the rhythms and the just a general like story arc of things of Game of Thrones. So like, yeah, I don't know, maybe someday when I have infinite time which is going to be never. I'll watch it. If I'm Italian, I am not Italian, but when I went to Italy, did I go to Italy once or twice? I think I went twice because the first time was like just super quickly when I was a kid, while we were going somewhere else. But when I went to Italy, people were asking what my name was, and I was, yeah, my name is Marco, and or I think I was even saying it like in a little like accent, like Marco, and people were like, "Oh, are you Italian?" And I was like, "Nah, it's just my name sounds Italian." But Marco is not even my real name. My real name is Marc Olivier, so you can see that like now it's super French. But I wouldn't mind being Italian. It's a nice language, good food, good wine. Marco is in fact an Italian. Most. Sorry. Mo is starting to bullshit about my life. Mo, stop it. Stop it. Huh? You see that hand right there? Yeah, I was not comparing House of the Dragon with the final season of Game of Thrones, because I know that like the final season was a bit like rushed and everything. I did not watch it. I'm really comparing it to like the general pace of Game of Thrones. But I mean, I might still give it a shot at some point. It's just I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's too. I guess it's like too political for my taste. And political is not really like the word that I mean, but like a lot of the story is about the politics of things in the world, and I don't find that there's a lot of character that they really like explore, like the psyche of the character and everything. Some of them, like what was his name? Jesus Christ, the dwarf Tyrion. Like Tyrion, like I love Tyrion because like you really could feel like the challenges of like living in this world and like trying to elevate himself like higher than like normal sized people and stuff, and I really thought this was great. But like I would have taken like a show with him as a main character and not so much all of the other character that I didn't give a crap about. So yeah. Oh, petit bonjour de l'ombre. Bonjour. Sorti des ténèbres. Final season of Game of Thrones does not exist. Living in denial a little bit there. But yeah. Alright, okay. So since we're in a just chatting episode, let me tell you something for people that are listening. This is something that not a lot of people know, and I don't know if I should actually talk about it. I guess I can talk about it. It's not like there's nothing illegal in that. So basically, and like what I'm going to say is like there might be a lot of like I might be totally wrong about it, okay? But I just find the coincidence so like I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you the story. I'm just actually waiting that like the UV stop, because I'm gonna start my story when the next mesh is loading. Plus, I mean, a little bit of teasing has never hurt anyone, right? Huh? Little tease. Because you see it's kind of like splitting there, so I'll reserve my story for in the middle of unwrapping something. I'm pretty sure that at 4 UDIMs this is going to be enough. Maybe even like too much. Maybe it's the kind of like mesh that like I'm going to need to reduce at 3 UDIMs. How am I ready to render the frog? Well, with the same technique as the 4 horsemen and the archangels. I'm gonna try Arnold render. Especially because there's like a lot of subsurface scattering objects on this character, and I don't trust a key shot for those. So I'll be using Arnold, which is pretty much the only other renderer that I know. Well, I mean I know Marmoset, but the meshes are pretty intense, so. It would be a bit of a problem with Marmoset, I think. Arnold Schwarzenegger renderer. Yeah, Arnold is great. I always wondered if they named it Arnold after Arnold Schwarzenegger. It just... yeah. I'm also going to need to go grab a glass of water because I'm kind of like losing my voice over here. I've been losing my voice for like 2 weeks now. Huh? Okay. Let's test this. You know what I just figured out? Like the way that I'm teasing you right now about the story I'm gonna tell soon. I should start doing that all the time. Like I start a stream and I'm like, hey, I have the coolest story to tell you, but I'm only telling you 5 hours in my stream. Ooh, that was not enough. The resolution is very low. Wow, that's like easily 2 more UDIMs. Yeah, 2 more UDIMs. Alright, let's repack this. I'm gonna put you on hold. I'm going to go get myself a glass of water.
Still in my skull. Still in my skull. My. Still. Still in my skull. Still in my skull. My. Still. Still in my skull. Still in my skull. My.
I'm back. Yeah, 5 hours later forgets the story. That's my type. My type is forgetting to tell the story 2 minutes in. Okay. So we got our 6 UDIM version here. Let's save as another iteration. So this one I'm just going to push on this side in case I want to compare. Damn! Oh wait, it's the same resolution. Why is it the same? Did I load the wrong mesh? Yeah, I think I load the wrong mesh. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is lower in resolution, but it will do. It will do. Yeah, it will do. Well, fine. It'll be fine. Alright. So we're starting to have more and more of our model over here. That's good. Let's load the next model. So we did letter, and then I have fibers. Fibers? Am I gonna UV them? I guess. No, I might UV them in max. Yeah. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Okay. Cloth then. There we go. Cloth LP. Let's load this up. And then I'll tell you my story. Are you excited? Are you pissing your pants in excitement about hearing my crazy story that I'm totally overselling, and by the time I'm done with the story you'll be okay. Maybe you should have not put too much emphasis on that. Come on. This one I think is going to require a lot of UDIMs because there's a lot of surface to cover with this portion. So I'm actually going to go gung-ho, and I'm going to go for like 9 UDIMs from the bat. Let's go. Alright. Okay, so yeah, the thing I was talking about is so I'm gonna circle back to Game of Thrones, and you'll understand why, like I'm telling that story. So, my friend was working at Ubisoft during the production of Far Cry 3, the one with Voss, the character that was actually. That the actor of the character was Nacho in Better Call Saul. Anyway, so like Voss is the bad guy, or so you think that he's the bad guy in Far Cry 3. And basically you're chasing after him, right, to kill him or whatever. And in Far Cry there's like this thing where like when you kill a character, there's like a kill blow animation on the character just to make it like cool, whatever, that you killed this boss. And when my friend got hired there, all the leads, the animation leads, were in vacation, and basically they did not know what to give him, like what to do. So he was given the task to do the animation of the kill blow of Voss. And basically they told him, they were like, there's probably a motion capture somewhere, but we can't find it. Like, we don't know where it is. And so they just told him, like, just for fun, just do whatever animation that you want as the kill blow for Voss. And that night my friend came back to the apartment, because we were actually living together, and he was telling me like, oh, like they're giving me like a lot of freedom, and I actually don't really know what to do, so I don't know if like you're in, but maybe we could like brainstorm like what the animation could be, right? and basically just told me like, so it's a game, and there's like a bad guy and you're a good guy, and like you come at the guy with a knife, and we have to imagine like the kill blow animation. So we basically we popped a couple of beers and we just like shoot the shit and just imagine, brainstorm what it could be. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to just like chill like this, and the basically the idea we came up with was oh no, Marco secretly in Far Cry 3. Well, I mean, just like as like a little brainstorm that I did for my friend. I'm not credited in Far Cry 3, but yeah, the idea that we had, which my friend was also able to put into an animation, was that the character would kind of like would start to like swing at the guy, but the guy would dodge everything, and at some point you just like leap forward and stab the guy, but like the guy just like takes his arm and he blocks your strike. So what you do is you con him basically, and you just like drop the knife, and like it like drops in slow motion, and you just catch it with your other hand, and you grab the knife and you stab him, and there's other like motions afterwards that are like pretty cool or whatever, but the general idea is that kind of like cunning motion. And so the reason why I'm saying that, well, a little parenthesis, when the directors came back from or the leads came back from vacation, they basically said the same thing. They were like, oh yeah, but we have like a motion animation of that. And the team looked at what my friend did by hand and what the motion capture was for the kill blow, and they were basically like, oh no, it's like the thing that like my friend did was much preferred by the team, and it actually stayed in the game. Like it was not even supposed to be in the game. It was just like a little animation for fun, but he liked it so like they liked it so much that they kept it for the game, and it is in the game. If you play Far Cry 3, when you kill Voss, it's this exact animation that I'm talking about. And the reason why I'm saying that is because for anybody that watched Game of Thrones, well, I mean, do you remember how Arya, that's her name, Arya, the little girl that becomes like a rogue or whatever, no? Like how she kills the Ice King, like it's Adventure Time. Fucking dude, like that's an ice and that's a king or whatever. She kills him by doing this exact fucking move. She leaps at him, she goes to strike him, he blocks her, she drops the knife, she picks it with the other arm, and she stabs him. Yes, the White Walker King or whatever, nah? I'm talking about, it's the exact same fucking animation. Go check it right now. Voss kill blow on like YouTube and check it out. And check how she kills the White Walker in Game of Thrones. It's the same thing. And what I'm trying to say here is that there is a possibility that they copied Far Cry 3, because it's the same fucking animation. And if they copied Far Cry 3, it means that they copied my idea. And I will die without ever being credited in Game of Thrones. And this is why I'm not watching Game of Thrones. That's not true. That's not true. It's not the reason why. I told you earlier the reason why. But no, that's the exact same thing. And like I say, I might be absolutely wrong. They might have just figured out like this animation from a vacuum, or maybe they did saw it in Far Cry 3, but it didn't remember that it saw it from Far Cry 3. Like, I don't know. And me saying that story is not me taking the credits for it. I'm just saying, from my perspective, where I created this animation, or designed, let's say, this, or conceptualized, maybe I should say, this animation with my friend, and then I see it in Game of Thrones, I'm like, it's a coincidence. At the very, very least, it's a coincidence. So, yeah, no, it's weird. It's kind of like a little bit of a point of pride, but who knows? Who fucking knows, eh? How long ago was that? Oh, boy. I mean, Chaos Masons was not even created. We're talking about, like, 9 years ago or something. Like, Far Cry 3 is starting to be a pretty old game now. Yeah. So yeah, no, that was my story. Did you like it? We're gonna do a poll, everybody. We're going to do a poll. I just have to remember how to do a poll. Is it just dash poll? There we go. I'm starting the poll. You have 1 minute. Content does not meet guidelines. Why does it not meet guidelines? Huh, it doesn't want to let me create a poll. That's weird. It's weird. It doesn't let me create a poll. That is so weird. I don't understand why. Content does not meet guidelines. Okay, whatever. Okay, that's anticlimactic. I just wanted to create a poll, but it says that it does not meet my guidelines. Anyways, whatever. Fuck you. To 2012 Far Cry game came out. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, there you go. I played Far Cry 3 and watched that GOT scenes, and yes, it's the same thing. Thank you. Thank you. See? The story was good. I'll give it a 7 on 10 bananas. That is a good amount of bananas. 7 bananas. I say let's go. Nice callback to last time as well. You were in middle school. Oh boy, don't say that, please. Don't say that. I was not in middle school. It was. I'm starting to be an old fart. Yeah, he didn't make the connection until 2 minutes ago. I mean, it's like it's not that it's a subtle thing, but it's like you kind of like have to be a bit like knowledgeable of both to make the connection. So it's normal. But I tell you, I think there's something there. It's a solid 7 on 9 story. Perfect. Perfect. We're getting really closer to perfection. Alright, well, I'm happy to see that there's a lot of people that joined in to see me do UVs, so, or maybe they're just here for the great stories that I've proven that I'm able to tell. Yeah? But the lack of poll is a bit sad, for sure. For sure it's a bit sad. Ah, there you go. I just created a poll and now it works. You have 1 minute to answer, everyone. Ooh, you want more stories. Mo wants more stories. Let's think about more stories. First, let's check if this actually looks good in terms of the textile ratio. So like I said last time, if I was to do that not on the stream, I would absolutely have like a series playing on the side because, yep, this is pretty tedious. Maybe it would be House of Dragon, huh? So, we have 6 voters. Our poll's cool. We have 0 for yes, 0 for no, 50% for chicken, and 50% for 4. And you know what? I cannot disagree. I actually cannot disagree with that. Oh, I think I fell smack down on the perfect textile ratio. There you go. Good for me. I calculated that one. I fucking hip shot this one and I got a headshot. Hip shot, headshot. So cloth is done. Cloth, then chainmail. Chainmail. Am I gonna need UVs for chainmail? Actually, you know what? Let's see. Let's see if it's going to absolutely crap out on me or if it's actually going to work. I doubt that I'm going to need to use UVs. Well, I mean, I might want to have a bit of texture on those. It's a bit of waste of space, but Let's see, because it's an actual chainmail. So Rizom might actually not super appreciate this one. But you know what? Let's do it anyway. Let's just experiment. How many UDIMs? Let's go for 3. Yeah, let's try that. And like I said, he might actually go absolutely nuts on this one. I think the results show your chat is full of trolls. It does. Yeah, that's what I guess that's the result of. that's what I attract. So, there we go. Talking about trolls, and since I have to like fucking talk for this entire session, I guess I should say rediscovered, but I prefer to say discover, because the last time that I tried that I was like, I think like 10 years old. I rediscovered how should I call it? Like make your own story books? No, that's not how you call them. Create your own story? Choose your own story? What's the real word for that? The real term? Like, I don't know if you remember, but like choose your own adventure. Yes, correct. That's it. Choose your own adventure. Like, I remember that, like, I don't remember the company, but like there was these books when I was a kid, and basically you just like start and you can write the stats of your character, a bit like Dungeons and Dragons at the beginning of the book, and then you start to read the story, and like they give you like 2 choices, like, oh, if you want to go in the forest, go to that page. If you want to go in the mountains, go to that page, and you just like try to survive the entire story until the end. And I've actually never really did those. Like, I never really finished a book. But recently, I was trying to find like games to play on my phone, because I was just like really getting bored of like the little games that I had, and I just needed like something when I'm like in a waiting room, or I don't know, when I need to fall asleep. And I basically found this game. I don't remember exactly the name. I think it's called like D&D style adventure, something like that. And it's basically it's a choose your own adventure app, because it's just text, and at some point it makes you like take decisions, and you have like life, mana, and gold, or sometimes they replace gold by moral, or at least in the adventure that I did. And it's really fucking cool. It's really cool. I mean, I guess it's basic. It's really just a choose your own adventure thing. But I don't know. I mean, I'm having like a ton of fun with that. And I think that the reason why I'm having a ton of fun is because it really makes you use your imagination a lot. Because there's no pictures or any of that, right? I mean, sometimes there's like images, but the rest of the time it's just like you read and you just imagine how things are. And then when you have to make a decision, well, now this is where like you really have to like really focus into like imagining your context and trying to figure out what's the best course of action, right? So I don't know. It's so fun. It's so freaking fun, and I totally recommend it for like people who forgot about choose your own adventure things. Like, just go on like whatever, like Google Store or whatever you're using to buy your apps, and check D&D. Actually, I have my phone right here. Give me a sec. I'll just name you the Yeah, D&D style choice game. That's the name. And the icon is like some girl with like blood on her face. And yeah, it's super fun. Super fun. Alright, how is this chainmail going? 10%. Blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe I was wrong to experiment with this one. Because you see what's coming after the 10%? Like, even this line is not moving. Which is a bad sign. A very bad sign. A bad omen.
Of course you don't. Because you are not aware of the present. You know, the present is represented on your watch by a hairline.
I think I'm gonna cancel on the chainmail because this is boring.
The present is
Yeah, let me close Rizom and reopen it. So let's skip chainmail, let's go to cape. So yeah, I'm before I stop playing video games for a little while and concentrate on my next projects, there is one last thing that I want to try. I want to try Scorn. I've seen I mean, there's like some games that are coming soon that I'm looking forward for sure. Well, God of War, that could be cool. Dead Space, I want to try that. So, but that's still like in a while. But just saying that, like, for the moment, like I've seen Scorn, and I don't know. I mean, like the reviews say that like it's a bit repetitive. I don't mind repetitive games. Sometimes it creates a mood and everything. But talking about mood, I mean, it looks like a pretty moody game, and I always love the Geiger style anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see how it looks. I might actually play a little bit tonight before going to bed, just to see. Did anybody on the chat play the Scorn? You seen it play through? Did it look good? It looked weird. I guess that's the point. Yeah, really atmospheric. Well, that's the thing. I don't mind weird, but there was some level. Some level of what? Like, you mean there's like levels of weirdness? Ah, this one is taking a bit of time, eh? But you can see beside the 10% thing right here that it's calculating, so I'm not really worried. Il y avait un sacré niveau de chelou. I guess what you're trying to say is... yeah, how would you say chelou in English? Like maybe awkward? Or uncertain, something like that? I don't know. I thought you were playing Kingdom Hearts while you wait, but it was just the music. I don't even know if that's music from Kingdom Hearts, but no, yeah, there's a little lo-fi soundtrack over here. Copyright free. Hmm? I'm doing things correctly. Alright, we're moving forward with this one. I think after that there's like 2 more to do, and then it's pretty much done. And for the, well, actually, you know what? I'm thinking about that. Maybe I'm actually going to prep. Makes me want to see if I can just do like a quick planar projection for the chainmail. Or for the fiber. That might be asking my computer a lot to do, but let's see. Because you see, like those fibers, I'm thinking that I'm not even gonna need like a texture on them, so I think what I might actually do is just split them in max and assign them just like solid colors. But it's the chainmail that I'd love to have just like UVs done on it. Not even to bake, I don't need to bake the chainmail, but I just want the UVs to be able to put I don't even know how much texture I'm going to be able to put on them.
What about you two?
And substance.
Did you guys go somewhere?
Anyways, so yeah, I forgot to put the UDIMs for this one, so I'll need to recalculate, and the cape, I guess, is going to need a lot of space, so I think I'm going to go straight to, like, 12 UDIMs just for the cape. Maybe that's too much. We'll see. Let's repack it. Alright. So yeah, I want to see if there's like a way to maybe I can unwrap them. Like in a very like brutish manner. But I'm thinking that like if Rizom has a hard time with this one, I might have a hard time. Or what if I do a cylindrical? Is it UV map? Yeah, I think it's UV map. Okay, let's just see what I have here. Okay, it's still packing everything. Seems like it's almost done. Mix between disturbing and eerie and sleazy. LSD works too. Yeah, see what you mean. Man, there's a game that I played a long time ago that, like, I thought it was such a great game and had such a great vibe. And it's actually made by a guy from Montreal as well. The game was called Fez, like F-E-Z, and it was really a good game. It was like a bit meta also. Yeah, it was really a cool game. I loved it. Loved it. Come on. Pack it, damn it. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna wait after this. So let's try to just do a cylindrical UV. Where's the seam? How do you get to... I don't remember how to make it show where the seam is. Oh yeah, there we go. Huh. I don't see the seam. So yeah, I don't know if that's gonna work. Thought I was going to actually like see the maybe if I put the other UV thing on top, not exform but unwrap. There you go. Pistol Pete. Qu'est-ce que tu veux si cher ami? Nice to see you. Oh boy! Okay, I didn't realize I made a mistake. I created, what, 72 UDIMs? I just want 12. Oh boy. Okay, that's why it took so long. Sorry. Okay, I can fix this in the meantime. Let's rotate this. Ah, there you go. That's how you see the seam. Jeez. Yeah, let's hide it in the back. There we go. I guess it should be enough. I mean, the front and the back of the chainmail is going to be somewhat similar, but it's going to be fine. Alright, and if I show the skin, I might need to just like double tile everything so it has a similar resolution. Let's go 1.5. Alright. That looks good. This is what I get here. Well, yeah. I guess that for this one I'm going to need to keep it to 1. Alright, am I done with the packing here? Yeah, I'm done. Okay, let's save this. Come on. My god, it's slow. Okay, let's collapse this into an editable mesh. And I think that this is going to be good enough. We don't need real UVs for this part. I'm assuming. Alright, let's load. Oh, wait, no, we need to test if our resolution is good for the cape. Frog chainmail, you are correct, my friend. Okay, so was it too much for the cape? It's a bit excessive because it's not a thing we'll see a lot. I think I'll just like do it again, but with 10 UDMs. Repack. Repacking this kind of mesh doesn't take that much time, so we're good. We're kind of like approaching the end as well of the stream, because once I'll be done with like unpacking these, like I'll call it done. For this one I'll do a UV map. I'll just UV it as a box. It's not that I just want to put UVs in so that if I import it in Painter, it doesn't like freak out. convert to mesh. Not even sure if we're gonna put those fibers in substance. I don't really see the point. Maybe I'm not thinking clearly. All right, UV2. Let's confirm my idea. So I'm just going to repeat one thing is this process is like really long, and it's not all the steps that are like super necessary to know. And this is why I keep reminding you that in case like this for you is like too long, it's too much of a long process to see like every moment. Go on our website, go on the Chaos Shop or the Gumroad and check the tutorial called Mother. It goes through all of these points in a like much faster. So yeah, 8. I'm thinking that maybe like 7 will actually be good. I knew it. I could tell right off the bat just by looking at the dynamic mesh. Mr. Funny Guy. Mr. Funny Guy. Do you mind explaining what a UV is in this context? Okay, so this is going to be the kind of explanation for noobs. So what is a UV? Okay, so let's say you have like a model, all right? You have a model. Typically, when you have a model and you want to put paint on it, texture, color, whatever, you cannot paint on the model because it's not like it has like information to stock the data of the color. So what do you do to be able to stock the color is that you have to kind of like pelt your model. So kind of like the same way that like a shirt is made of like many parts, that like if you just like rip like the seams, the stitches, if you rip them, you'll be able to kind of like pelt the part and put it flat on a surface, let's say on a table. And once it's pelted, then what you can do is you can make a texture, so like an image of like whatever square amount, like 2048 or 4096, and depending on the resolution of the image, you'll have more like pixel resolution, and the place, like the space that like each of these like portions are taking are grabbing the pixels of your image as the information showing on the model. So like let's say like this portion here might be like this portion here, and it'll have color on the model because it's going to go grab the pixels on this image depending on how this portion was pelted, I should say, on the texture. It's kind of hard to explain, but I hope it made somewhat sense. So I'm going to make another poll. There you go. New poll, everyone. My God. It's actually still of a high resolution. Aye, whatever, I'll take it. I'll take it. I could have went to 6, but I don't think it's going to be that necessary. So cape. So we see, we just have the blade and the armor and we're done. But still, I've been recording for 2 hours now. Pretty much on the dot. So it's giving you like an idea of how much time this takes. This will not need a lot of UDIMs. I think 3, maybe even 2 will be enough. It's not a big mesh. This one's gonna go fast actually. Sonic fast. Alright, so the poll, how well did I explain what UVs are? It was bananas, 100%. Yeah, man. So yeah, what you're saying, Pete, it's the flat expression of a 3D rendered object. Well, actually, it's not rendered yet, but the textures are meant so that it can be rendered. So it is the, yeah, it's really just like, it's a way to stack data, and the way that like we stack color data is with a 2D picture, a 2D image. And the better way to compress texture is having it being a square, like a square as in like power of 2. So like whatever, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and up. And that square like has pixels on it. And when you pelt an object and you place it on the square, the portion of the pelt grabs the pixels from this to put on the model. Ooh, this one is not. This is not going well. It's not cutting it very well. Ooh, this is going to suck. Let's see what resolution I have with this. I don't want to waste my time. There's a lot of lost space on this one. I'm having a bad feeling about this one. Yeah, you see the resolution is very... Ooh, that sucks. That sucks. And I don't think that I'm going to be able to get more because we're already losing resolution. I think I might have decimated this one too much. Because there's long stretches of polygon with no cut, so it's not able to cut it. Or you know what? Oh, I think I know how to fix this. Check this shit out. We're gonna open ZBrush. Check this shit out. I think I'm about to drop some serious knowledge right there. Let's go here. I'm checking it, bruh. Okay, check this out. So we're gonna take our object and we're gonna actually create horizontal cuts using the cut tool. And not the cut tool, but the slice curve tool. First I'm gonna duplicate this. And I'm gonna start cutting it like this. There we go. Now that it has cuts in it, let's export it. Blade low poly. There we go. Let's reopen it. Nope. Blade LP. And let's try again. I'm pretty sure it's going to solve the problem. So 2 UDIMs again. Let's go. So to talk a little bit more about what's coming next, after I'll be done with like making the UVs for everything, I'll pretty much like just weigh the normals of the entire model the same way that I did at the beginning of the stream for the skin, and this object will be the object I'll actually bring in substance for the baking. How low do you decimate the model parts? Well, you can check the last stream where I did decimate the parts, but the idea is that I'm making sure that each parts are not more than 1.3 or 1.5 million polys each, because that's how much my computer is able to handle correctly, or at least Rizom can actually split them. Is higher than that, like single meshes with like, or groups of mesh with like too much, sometimes they're pretty hard to. Ah, shit, it didn't help that much. How does it still have, what the fuck? It could have cut it right there. That's stupid. This is really stupid. Is that at least a bit better? I just test it sucks. The resolution is not very good. At the same time, it's not an area that like we're really going to see. And I don't want to start like chopping this in pieces. Should I do it? I'm actually gonna do it in max because I'm more proficient in max for that sort of stuff. So I'm just gonna like split apart. Come on, are you Have I tried Rizom UV? What? You mean the software I'm using? Like this one? Oops. Didn't break. Alright, so those pieces here look fine. This one looks like it actually has the problem. There we go, so let's cut this here. The rest of those look fine. Okay, you just tuned in. Alright. Those maybe I can actually also cut. So yeah, I'm just gonna actually cut those as well. Oh, wait. Yeah, I didn't cut. Normally I'm not using 3ds Max. It's just I have like those splits in I just have like those like weird stretches of mesh that Rizom generated, and I'm just more used to Max. This is really just a force of habit thing. So, okay, so those split are probably going to be good enough for Rizom to pack them better. So let's just collapse. So export. Okay. So Blade UV. Let's call it Blade UV Max. And let's load with UVs here. Where's my blade? Oh, okay. For some reason it... Blade LP UV Max, open. Load. Okay. Really? Oh, okay, it's not exported yet. Did it export the entire model? It seems to be a little bit buggy. I think I'm just gonna close it. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna export in the OBG. Actually, I'm gonna export in OBG right off the bat, I think. Or no, I think it's because I did exports. I didn't do export selected. Let's see. Let's try again in FBX. Let's also do export in OBG. I grew up with Maya and got used to its tool too. Yeah. You usually don't work with UVs though, right? When I render with Arnold, I work with UVs, yeah. But like when I use it with when I render in Keyshot, no, I don't. But for this one, I'm gonna actually render in Arnold. So load with UVs. Let's try to load the FBX version first. Use UV set name instead of their channel ID. I don't think it's important. Let's see if I'm gonna get the same errors as last time. You said this was what you're baking in Substance, but is this the high poly or are you avoiding retopo entirely? I'm avoiding retopo because by decimating my high res and having this as my low res. Alright, so now we have these, so we're good. We're gonna actually put the same values as before. 2 UDIMs, and now I just need to repack because it's already cut. You see? There you go. You see how much space I gained? Like now this actually is probably going to be my best result. So let's import it here. Thanks for the follow, by the way. So I didn't really need to do the cuts in max, it's just I'm more used in max. You see? There we go. I have a good good resolution. Boom. Perfect. And now for the last piece, armor. There you go. This one's going to be a big one, but then after that we're done. Cool. Is there a link for my music playlist? I guess. Here's the link. All right, so we got it here. The last rinsing and repeating. So UDIMs, how much? How much do you think this is going to be? I say it's going to be 7, 8 UDIMs. There you go. Let's see how good I am at calculating. Actually, give me a sec. No problem. Alright, so it's cutting. While it's cutting, I'm just gonna start renaming my pieces here because I don't want to lose track. So blade, we're gonna give it its own material as well. Blade, chainmail is chainmail. Wow, that took a lot of processing power just to rename it. Let's name it chainmail. That's important for Substance, to name your materials. It's actually more important than naming the object. This one is cloth. one is cape. This one is leather 1. This one is rope. This one is letter 2. They all have names, yeah. Yep. Oh, fibers need a material as well. This is just going to be something to reference for the materials. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I have 9 materials as well, so we're good. All right. Oh, it didn't take much time, eh? There we go. Perfect. Have you played Elden Ring yourself? Yes, I did. I completed the game. Like, not full completionist, but I did pretty much everything in the game. And yes, I did beat Melania. Which was an absolute ordeal. Pete. Cherche la merde. Pete qui cherche la merde. All right. So, let's just check first, make sure that the resolution's fine. Yep, we're good. I aimed correctly. So boom, so this is going to be armor. What colored? I didn't use turquoise-ish, like this. Armor. Alright. Cool. So we have our entire character. Save. So now we're done with Rizom, except if there's like something to fix. So we're basically at the end here. Before I start the baking. Baking will probably be next, the next stream. So the last thing we're gonna do on this mesh, like I said, is I just want to smooth it because there's some, like you see, this is not smoothed. We can see every faces, so it is facetized, you could say. And I want to just make everything smooth, so we're going to apply a weight normals on the entire model just to smooth it out. And the normal map will once we bake the normal map will readjust everything, make it look hard surface. What's the poly count? Let me check it out. Right now, this is a this is a very intense calculation part. So it freezes max. So you see it's frozen. It's gonna unfreeze at some point when it's done. And I will answer your question. So yeah, for those who arrived, the goal basically is to get to like a type of render that looks like this. Well, this is sci-fi, right? Like we're gonna do something else, but it's just saying that like with Arnold, like I can actually do like kind of like those kind of renders. I can do turntables, I can do images. But yeah, no, it's I find it really not a bad renderer. For something that's like native to Max, especially. Alright, so it actually unfroze. So I'm just gonna take a second and go view bird configuration, statistics, we want the triangles on the total and selection. So it's we have 10 million polygons. So that's what we have. 10 million polygons is our low mesh. So of course 10 million polygons is a lot, but it's better than whatever the high res is for this model. Probably like around like, I don't know, 100 million. Well, it's not that much of a complex model, so maybe not 100 million, maybe something more like I don't know, 80. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, Substance is fine with poly count. It doesn't care much. What's the biggest problem is like I said, check my previous stream for like the parameters of your high res and your low res. But the importance is to not bake too much million polygons at a time. And I discovered that like if I try to bake more than 25 million polygon at one time, it basically crashes Substance. So I have to make sure that my high res is under 25 million. So I cut it in portions of 25 million polygons per sections. So all the sections that I have in Max right now are all basically the low meshes are 1.5 million polygons, and the high res is 25 million. So the last portion that I added, the armor's 1.5 or below, and in ZBrush the high res is 25 million. Oh crap, that's not the value. We're gonna have to wait a little bit more. It's so slow, that part. I wanted to write 100, not just 10. That's crazy to know Substance can handle it. Yeah, I feel like even if you didn't bake, it would still look good. Well, I mean, no, there's like, it would be kind of like a bit soft, you'd see. Just give me a sec. Hurry. Oh, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. God. So yeah, that's gonna be a 2 hours and 30 minute stream. Just for doing stupid UVs. Good boy. I think it's the second stream I skipped this song that was playing. All right, so now let's change it to 100. It's time to change. 13900K computer. I'm not familiar with those. Have you ever done anything steampunk related? I'm doing game asset for a steampunk game, but it feels like even with steampunk there's many different style. Did I ever do steampunk? No, not really. Like I did things that were kind of like similar-ish, but not full steampunk, no. What song was it that you skipped? It's... I don't know, it's called Outset Island. I think it's like a remake of a game from a video, a song from a video game, actually. And yeah, I was a bit too happy. It was kind of like destroying the mood. Come on, we're almost there. Almost at the end. Alright, there you go. Convert to editable mesh. Perfect. The mood of the stream. Waiting in despair. Correct. Correct. So, we did the weighted normal. I collapsed everything into an editable mesh. Every meshes are named after what they are. Every mesh have a material assigned to them. So basically, this means that we are that we're done with the portion of UVs and prepping for bake. And during my next stream, I'm going to bring it in Substance and do the bakes for do the bakes. And maybe I'll run into some problems, like we'll see like what it gives as a resolution for the normal maps. But I'll show you how to like it might be simple, like maybe a lot of people know that, but like I'll just show you how I proceed with baking. And I'll show you how I try to cut corners as well in some regards. So there's like there's going to be a few teachable things in there, I'm sure. But yeah, so there you go. That's the prep. That's the prep for the baking and whatnot. Yeah. Do I have a schedule for streaming? Yeah, I try to do them Wednesday night, like I'm doing right now. This is what I'm aiming for. So yeah, okay, all right. So on that, I'll be doing the same thing next week, hopefully. And for anybody that's like listening right now on Twitch, for those who are listening on YouTube, it's already gonna have happened. So basically, this weekend or last weekend for people who are listening on YouTube right now, there's the pre-order of the first statue of the Four Horsemen. Let me just show you some context. So for those who have followed my things before, you know that I created a series of characters that are called the Four Horsemen, and these Four Horsemen, I've actually collaborated with XM Studios in making those characters into like statues. Let me just so basically, like, this is just like one of the characters, Death, that I actually modeled in ZBrush, made it. These renders are made with the same technique I'm showing you right now. So we have Death, we have Famine. I'm going through really quick in the images because I don't want to waste too much time. But basically, I have these guys here that I created, and it was meant to be printed. And I found a collaborator, XM Studios, are collaborating with us into producing these characters and making them into statues, painted statues. The quality is super great. I've seen them in person. It's really, really, really something. And well, this guy here, War, is the first of the Four Horsemen. And this weekend, we have started the pre-orders for War. So basically, we are finally making them available for the public. And like I said, the statues are really great. Where you'll be able to see all the pictures this weekend or last weekend, and take a look. And I know there was a lot of people that were expressing the desire to purchase these statues. So for those who are interested, it's the moment. It's like right now, it's happening. We're doing it. And I am super excited. I am so fucking excited by that. So check it out. We're gonna have a website that kind of like talks about the characters, the lore a little bit, just to put some context. There's also like an interview that we did, just to like once again put some context, talk about it a little bit, and the characters will be available to be purchased on the XM website, and also I'll make some advertisement on chaosmasons.com. So at the bottom here, you'll have that. And I'm also going to add like links to directly to the New Apocalypse website. So basically, yeah, just like a little bit of plug here. And I am so fucking, oh my god, I'm so fucking excited about this whole thing. I've been working on that for so long. So yeah, check it out. And if you want the statues, well, I'll be more than happy to sell you a statue. Add it to your collection. And they're massive. They're really big, and they're really impressive. Like, I can't wait to have my own. Like, they're gonna ship them to me at some point. Like, I only saw the prototype. And I was really like fucking blown away. They're really cool. So yeah, on that, I guess that like I will end the stream on this. So I'll wish you a good Sculpt Soirée for people who are continuing to work, and for those who are going to bed like me, I wish you good night, and I will see you very soon. So take care, everyone.